This next story is bananas. All right, this is crazy stuff. This is kind of Black Mirror-ish, post-apocalyptic future technology, not what you think. It kind of exposes the way. Okay, let me just give you a breakdown. This man created traffic jams on Google Maps using a red wagon full of iPhones. Phones, not iPhones. They're actually Android phones. So he just pulled 99 activated phones with Google Maps open up and down the street to create fake traffic jams. Now, he's some type of artist, some type of, as it would be.
Yeah.
And strike me as the type of thing you would do, Will, on a Tuesday.
It's causing ruckus.
I don't know. It's like some new age tech. It's like some tech graffiti type of thing. It's like, look what. And apparently, well, first of all, on the Google Maps front, if you have 99 phones running Google Maps and you roll them up and down a street, then Google Maps is going to think you got 99 cars jamming up that street. And so it shows up red on the map, and then people get diverted onto other paths and end up in traffic jams elsewhere because they couldn't go down the main path, which actually happened to be empty except for Red Wagon Guy.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying here?
Back and forth.
Back and forth. And he would just have to go back and forth a few times, actually. And he got to watch maps as it was updating, and he got his wonderful red line, his jam, and then he can move on to his next jam. Now, he claims, all right, the whole statement here, because you can't do art without a statement, Will. So you got to know what the whole statement is. It's something about how we look at technology and we just trust it. Data, trust it. Data, love it. Traffic jam, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And now, granted, he's obviously intentionally manipulating it. It is a type of hack. But nonetheless, if you or I happened to be in that city at that time, we would have diverted around that traffic jam. And our entire day would have been altered based on bad intel, based on bad data. And we would never have thought twice about it.
Yeah.
It's this idea that data must be true and humans must be lying, right? Like you ask a guy on the side of the road, I heard there's a traffic jam down the street. Nah, it's good. Go for it. Turn left at the old pump house. I don't even know what a pump house is. I don't know what a pump house is. That's a name for a pump house is like an indie gas station. Do you know what I'm saying right now? Like a coffee house is to Starbucks, a pump house is this true? What am I saying?
Like
Can
really
I get a
cool
definition
logo.
on a pump house real quick before I put myself in
my H button.
before I put myself in
H key
a,
doesn't
oh
really work
God,
too well.
what does this mean? This could be bad. There's a place in Richmond Hill. It's a grill, the Pump House Grill. There's a Pump House restaurant. Okay, a pump house.
It's a lot of
Wait a second.
varied
Hang on a second.
images here.
A pump house is a thing that you would have a well. I think it's that thing in the top right. It's a house that you would put around your well where your well would pump water. And then for some reason, a lot of pubs and restaurants use the name. Maybe because you have kegs and a keg
Perhaps.
tap has a pump on it. Anyway, look, whatever.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Whatever. Sidetrack. People get mad at the sidetrack, Will. I try to tell them it's part of the journey.
Yeah. We'll
The journey is not a straight line.
We'll get somewhere.
If your journey is on a straight line, guess what happens? You fall asleep at the wheel. All right? You take a few turns, you turn left, you turn right, you hit a couple G's on a tight turn.
Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah,
Get
make
some
sure that you're
experience on you.
alive, man.
Yeah.
Stick with it. You don't want that straight line.
No.
You never did, even though you thought you did. It seemed the best. Path of least resistance. What did you learn? You learned that a line was straight? Good for you. I already knew it. So did you.
I'm still learning that.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so this guy, obviously, he screwed up all types of straight lines himself with the fake Google Maps. And like I said, the installation, the art installation. Now, I need to say, art or not, people got screwed up that day. of course, you have to also showcase the other side of the argument, which is, what about somebody who had to get A to B, got diverted, ended up in a separate traffic jam because they couldn't go down the usual corridor because they got the bad intel. And this guy's he's responsible for them missing the date. They had a date.
This is a really busy bridge, like looking at it.
Right.
You know, it doesn't seem like it's.
So regular people, even though he's making a comment about Google and the way we trust it, the effect and the impact on the humans, we can't quantify how people got screwed up that day because of it. And then that's where things get a bit squirrely. So there's definitely going to be some criticism lodged to this guy. And you can imagine how screwy it could get if all of a sudden that became a trend. And people try to hack maps or hack traffic or whatever. I don't know.
It wouldn't be too hard.
It's apparently not too hard. You got a red wagon, you just hacked everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he got 99 phones. It's a bit of an expensive experiment, but so there you have it. His point is, don't trust all the data because he might be out there screwing it up, or someone else with an agenda. Who knows? You can go check out the article. It's on Motherboard, and it goes into a little bit more depth about the motivation for it. But nonetheless, it's kind of interesting. It does feel easy to screw it up.
It does, yeah.
It feels easy to screw it up.